Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm Paula at Paper Crafts by PRB, and I am making these, let's see here, they're called Accordian ephemera holders, pockets. I'm doing the Roxy's weekly challenge, and it's challenge number 12. So basically you're just using like an envelope, like a coin envelope or any type of envelope, and you're just folding it and cutting the ends so that you have two pockets. So here's one that I made, and I decorated it on both sides. And then you open it, here's a tab that you can open it up better with. All right, and then this one, just you put tags in it, journaling cards, ephemera pieces, stickers, you put whatever you want in it. All right, this one is a little bit bigger of a size, but the same general idea. This one is decorated on the front. It's not decorated on the back. So I'll put it into my journal, and glue it onto the page like that. This one I used a tie. I tied it together. So in order to open it, you have to completely, untie that, but it's made exactly the same way. So here's the accordion fold, or the accordion pocket. Let's see if I can get that open. There it is. Okay, so you can see that. Like I said, this one's not decorated on the back. This one I just have in like a file folder type of card. And then that just goes in there like that. So again, you just, put whatever you want in the pockets. Ephemera, journaling cards, tickets, tags, whatever you want. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to make that. They're very easy to make. All right, so I just wanna show you, I got these bags at Hobby Lobby, and they're not very good. I mean, you can see that like this crease is like off, and then some of them, like the side was ripped off, and I mean, they were just very poorly made bags. But this is what I'm using. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut off the top part right here so that this is even. And then you're gonna fold it in half, okay? And then you're gonna wanna cut off the bottom part. So when you get done doing that, then you just fold it in half, and it's going to look like that. Okay, so I've already done that with this one. So I've got an opening here, right? And then I have an opening here, right? Okay, so then I'm going to fold it with I just do it with the crease of the bag on the inside. You can do it however you want, but that's how I'm going to do mine. Okay, so just like that. All right, now what you're going to want to do is just on the inside here is just basically put some glue, because that's going to give you your accordion pockets. Okay, so that's just going to go like that. I think and that's basically all it is. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, and then I'm going to decorate it. Okay, so I've already got my pieces, and I am making a journal for another sewing journal, a vintage lady sewing journal. So I am decorating the front and the back of this one, so it's going to be inserted into a pocket or a side pocket. So I am decorating both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. This is going to be the back part of it. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this one on here. All right. Like I said, this is Roxy's weekly challenge. She does a weekly challenge. I believe she posts them every Friday. And then you upload a video and show your work on her channel. Okay, so there's that. All right. And then I just have a few little ephemera pieces. I'm gonna, some die cuts, just of some sewing stuff. There's some sewing scissors, some thread, and a little sentiment that says sewing mends the soul. So I'm gonna put those here on the back. I thought about maybe doing like, what are those called? Those dots, the pop dots, to make them kind of stand out off the page a little bit, but then I chose not to do that. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put this one over here. We're right next to it. Okay, so this one, let's see here. How do I want this? Let's go like that. And then I'm going to put this right here. Okay, so this is the back part of the, right? Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the front side. So I just basically have this piece that has a whole bunch of, what are they, tape measures, rulers. I figured that went good with sewing, with a sewing theme, with a vintage lady journal. Okay, so that's gonna go on there like that. All right. And then I do have, let's see here, I'm gonna put this right about there. Picture of an old vintage sewing machine. I used to sew clothes for my kids. Of course, they're all grown up now, so I don't do that no more. But I have an embroidery machine. So I do quilting. I do lots of embroidery and quilting. So I do love sewing. And I love these vintage sewing patterns. I go to the thrift store and try and find them all the time. I live in a small town, so yeah, I don't get very many of them. But when I go visit my kids in Portland, Oregon, I do go to the vintage stores and I find all kinds of fun things. I do miss doing that. Okay, so there's that. And then I've got this little saying that says scissors. I'll just pop that on there, say right there. And I do have this tab right here that I'm gonna put right here in the front. And it's just a piece of a sewing pattern I made into a tab. All right, so see how easy that was? Just use a envelope. You could use like a white envelope and just cut off the two ends and then glue the center part. You could add multiple pockets, so you could do like 2 or 3 pockets and then have like 6 openings in there. Okay, so here's what this one looks like. All right, there's the front of it, there's the back of it, and then this one you'd use this tab to open it. Okay, and then you'd put all your little ephemera pieces and you'd put your tickets and your tabs and your tags and all that fun stuff in there. All right, I hope you liked the video. There's the one with the flower theme. Here's another one with the flower theme. This one, again, you'd tie it with a ribbon. You'd put a hole up here at the top. I put the hole in all 3 of the, through the hole, you know, through the whole thing. So then you'd just string this through there and then tie a bow. All right, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and thank you very much.